Hey man, stuff like this, stupid stuff always happens to me, dog. Every time I try to help someone out, something stupid happens to me. Now check this out, man. You guys know what Spectrum is, right? Like, I'm sure Spectrum's all over the United States. I'm in Los Angeles, okay? I use Spectrum Internet, okay? They used to be called Charter Communication. Charter, I guess, bottom, whatever. I use Spectrum, right? Now, I had a gig internet. I had 1 gig internet. I was paying about like two something. Like I have a for my business, okay? I was paying like $200 something. It's like 220, and I got the gig when it was first developed. I'm like, oh cool, we have gig here now. So I started paying $220 for a gig internet, and I had it for about like a year and a half, right? I had it for about a year and a half, and everything was cool, right? I was paying $200 something for my gig internet, whatever. Then one day, I get a call from Spectrum, okay? I get a call from a Spectrum rep who screwed me, okay? I get a call from a Spectrum rep, and I'm Armenian, okay? I recognize he's Armenian. I'm like, hey, you're Armenian? He goes, yeah, whatever. So he tells me, hey, do you want me to save you some money on your internet? I'm like, yeah, I guess, yeah. How much can you save me, you know? So he told me, if you downgrade to 500 megs, which is still a lot, right? I don't need a gig. He goes, I build servers. If you guys don't know what I do, I build servers. I have a tech company. Hold on, why is this camera like this? Whatever, I build servers. Why is this camera doing this? I build servers, okay? I've had my business for about 7 years and more than 7 years, and I've been in this industry for like 12 years. So I didn't really need a gig, right? He goes, if you downgrade to 500 megs, your payments will be $70 a month. I'm like, oh, really? He goes, yeah, that's a great deal, right? For 1 gig, I'm paying like $220, which is a lot for internet, right? And I don't even need a gig. But if I downgrade to 500 megs, which is still a lot, it's only $70. I'm like, yeah, do it. And then he goes, do you have, this is what he says, okay? This is when I found out what he's trying to do, which was not a big deal, right? But I'll tell you what happened. So he goes, do you have another address you could give, like another suite and another name? And then I'm like, what is this guy trying to do? And immediately I'm like, oh, are you trying to create a new account so you get the commission? He didn't say that, obviously. He goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I have 3 warehouses. I have one here, one in the middle, and one in my office over there, okay? So I have 3 warehouses. So instead of my real address, which is Suite F, I'm like, you know what? You could use Suite G. It's the same address. Use Suite G. He goes, oh, any chance you have another name? I'm like, all right, use my brother's name. So me and my brother, we have very similar names. The only difference is his doesn't start with an N. It starts with an A. So I gave him my brother's name, okay? And I gave him the Suite G, so he could get the commission. He was Armenian. I'm like, you know what? I would have done it for anyone. It doesn't mean. But I'm like, you know what, man? Make your commission, whatever. Make your hustle away, make your money, okay? I didn't know this was gonna happen to me. So he created a new account, and I told him like, hey, are you gonna cancel my old account, my gig? He goes, yeah, for sure. And he's like, yeah, for sure. I'm like, all right, cool. And I also told him, I'm like, hey, can you put this new account, this $70 account, on auto renew? Here's my credit card. He goes, yeah, for sure. So I paid him. I started the account. He said he put it on auto renew, and he said he canceled my old account, the 1 gig, right? And he said, hey, tomorrow or the next day, I forgot what he said, tech is gonna come to bring your new box and set up your new internet, whatever. So the next day or whatever, the tech comes, right? The tech, okay? The tech comes, and he puts in my new modem, and he said, hey, this old modem, you're gonna have to, like, I forgot what he says, like return it to Spectrum or someone will come pick it up, something like that. So he set up my new account, my new 500 megs for $70, and I started using it, right? I started using it. 2 months later, I noticed my internet is not working. I'm like, what the hell? Why isn't my internet working? So I'm playing with it. Like, I can't fix it. So I call Spectrum. I'm like, hey, guys, listen, my internet is not working. Okay, remember, I had 2 accounts. So I call Spectrum. I'm like, hey, my name is this. This is my business. This is my address. This is my phone number. My internet is not working. Can you guys send a tech? They did it over the phone. It wasn't working. I'm like, bro, it's not working. Just call a tech. So the next day, the tech comes, right? The next day, the tech comes, and he's looking at the modems and stuff. He goes, hey, there's nothing wrong with your internet. And he's looking, and he's like, your 1 gig is disconnected. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, it's disconnected because someone called me, a Spectrum rep called me, and he gave me a better deal. He gave me a better deal. So another tech came, put in this. So he's looking at me, put in the new modems. So he's looking at my account. He goes, hey, you know you're still paying for the gig, right? And he's looking at and then he's like, I don't understand what's going on. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I have two accounts because I had two accounts. I thought I had, I'm supposed to have one. Remember, he said he's going to cancel the other one. So I told him the situation. I'm like, hey, he gave me a new 500 meg account. He saved me money, and he told me he's going to cancel my old account. And the new tech that's checking what's wrong with my internet is like, dog, he didn't cancel your old account. And the reason your new account, new internet doesn't work is because you haven't paid in 2 months. I'm like, what do you mean I haven't paid in 2 months, dog? Like, it's on auto renew. He's looking at my account. He goes, no, bro, what's it called? You're past due, delinquent. I'm like, oh my God. So I explained to him the situation. He goes, yeah, man, this isn't the first time a Spectrum rep does this. And I was pissed, man. He's all like, look, this is what I could do. Put back your old account. I'll connect your 1 gig, which you're still paying for. Remember, I still paid 2 months, right? For $220 a month, that I shouldn't have paid. That's $4 something, right? So I was still paying, and he told me he's gonna connect my old account, the 1 gig, use it, and tomorrow call Spectrum and tell them what happened and cancel this 1 gig account and connect back your 500 meg. I'm like, dog, what is this, dude? So I called Spectrum the next day because it was late. I called Spectrum the next day. And I told him the situation. I'm like, hey, man, your rep called me. He screwed me. I'm like, this is not cool and stuff. So whatever, they fixed it. The past due, I paid it for the past due for the 2 months for the $70. I paid it, and I canceled my 1 gig, which I had already paid $400 something, right? So I'm like, all right, that's done. I'm like, dog, I'm never doing this again, man. I'm never going to help someone out for no reason, and they screwed me over. Basically, all he had to do, now check this out, what happened. All he had to do is cancel the 1 gig, right? All he had to do is cancel the freaking 1 gig, which he told me he's gonna do, and put the new account on auto renew. None of this would have happened. So this is like a couple months ago, right? This is like 2-3 months ago. I thought it's over. Couple days ago, I get this letter, okay? Couple days ago, I get this letter from a collection agency, dog. From a collection, my account went on collection. Look, I'm looking at this, I'm like, Charter Communications, because Charter is they own Spectrum. Look, you have been placed for collection with this office by creditor listed above, which is Charter Communication. All further communications regarding this debt should be made through this office. Failure to communicate, blah, 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 will only result in further collection attempts. So basically, I'm under collection. My account's under collection for $383. I don't know what that $383 is, man. Because when I called them, I told them, like, bro, put it on auto renew, the $70. I'm like, put it on auto renew and cancel the old 1 gig, which I had already overpaid by $440 because I paid for 2 months. Now I have to call Spectrum tomorrow. Yeah, man, I have to call Spectrum tomorrow. I have to call these collection agency. But yeah, man, my account's under collection. But here's the thing. The name is under my brother's name. Okay, the name is under my brother's name, and it's Inc. So they put my brother's name and Inc. because the Spectrum rep that screwed me over put my brother's name and Inc. He's not a business, but this is a business account, so it's messed up, man. That Spectrum rep, man, F you, dog. Seriously, I try to help you, F you, and Spectrum, you guys gotta check your employees, man, because this isn't right. I know people are trying to hustle. I know people are trying to get paid and stuff, but this isn't how you do it, man. You don't put someone on their collection that's been with you guys forever and did nothing wrong, and your rep screwed me over, because he did. I didn't do anything wrong, bro. I told him cancel my old account. I was trying to help him, so I put him under a new name, put him under a new freaking address, and bought another freaking line, a new account, just to help that stupid rep out, so he could get his stupid $5 commission. And I'm under collection, man. So I gotta call Spectrum tomorrow. I gotta call this collection agency tomorrow. It's not under my name. It's under my brother's name and Inc. And it's under the G address. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I forgot if they took my social security number or something, but I'm on their collection. They put me on their collection for $383. I know it's not a lot of money, but this is unnecessary. what is this $383? What is this? Where did they get this $383 from? And no one tried to contact me. That's the problem. If they would have contacted me and say, hey, we're putting you under collection, fix this, I would have been like, dog, I already fixed this. I called you guys, told you guys your rep screwed me over, and I paid the past due, and I canceled my old account. What is this? So I'm gonna call tomorrow and see what it is, and I'll make an update video, man. But yeah, dog, Spectrum, man, Spectrum rep. It's not Spectrum's fault, but it's that rep. It's the people's fault. It's never like a thing's fault. It's just these greedy people, bro. But yeah, dog, be careful if a Spectrum rep or any rep calls you and wants to put in a new account, downgrade you or upgrade you and want you to put in your new account. Just say no. Do it under my account, man. Thank you for watching, and let's see what happens with this. Thank you.